What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I am your host, Slackerz, bringing you guys our next matchup in the Everyone Is Here tournament at 4:21 in the morning. I should have went to bed already, but I forgot to make the video, so here we are. If you're new, this whole thing is very simple. We have 100 characters, put them into this tournament, and then each day on my channel, except for Sundays, I will upload one of the matchups in the tournament, and then down in the comments, we vote for one of the two characters who are participating in the matchup for the day. Pretty simple. So I'll throw the rules up on screen here for you guys to read over real quick. All right, so the first rule to always please keep in mind, this tournament, any of these tournaments, all the matchups, this is just for fun, all right? Don't take it too literal. Look, we have characters that are me costumes. We have characters that are assist trophies. We have characters that are spirits. We have characters that are quote-unquote disconfirmed. For this tournament, it doesn't matter. This is for who you personally would want to see as a DLC character in Smash Bros., regardless of the situation that they currently are. So if you like an assist trophy character and they happen to be in this tournament and you want to stop by for their matchup for the day and vote for them, completely fine. Again, this is for fun. You vote for who you want. You know, situation doesn't have to matter, but I mean, if that plays into your factor for voting wise, that's totally fine too. But remember, all for fun. Another very important rule though, you only get one vote per person. I do check that stuff. Pretty simple though. How do you vote, you might ask? Very simple. Down in the comments, you type who your vote is for. So today's matchup is a very weird one. Chibi Robo is taking on Kratos from the God of War. Yeah, PlayStation character. Talk about that in just a second. But the way the whole tournament works, pretty simple. It is a double elimination tournament, meaning any character will have to lose twice before being officially eliminated. Then once we get to the results for each matchup, if there's ever a tie, I'll flip a coin. It's just the best and fairest way to break any tie. And then each matchup, voting-wise, will only last for just 1 week. So that means today's Saturday. We'll get the results of today's matchup next Saturday. So you get it 1 week. Yeah. Any votes that come in after that don't count. All right. So those are the rules. So let's jump into the results and the matchup for the day. All right. So we get to go over this was such a good matchup. This one, this is probably going to shock a lot of people. All right, so the matchup from last week that we're going over the results was Heavy Weapons Guy taking on Doom Guy, or Doom Slayer, I should say. And wow, the Heavy for Smash, you guys turned up to vote. I don't think I remember any character having like this many amount of votes besides like Shantae. I think Gino did, like, way back in, like, early tournaments. Bandana Waddle Dee kind of did. Skull Kid did at one point. Crash and Spyro. Very few characters have broken over the 100 vote mark. And check this out. Heavy Weapons Guy. Look, I'm not laughing because I think it's a joke. There's definitely a lot of people that showed up to vote. Heavy Weapons Guy defeated Doom Slayer in the first round. So Heavy Weapons Guy wins 124 votes. To Doom Slayer, 66. That's still very respectable. Any other matchup, 66 votes is more than likely going to get you the win. You just happened to run into a fan base that really showed up to, show some support. So shout out to you guys. Big ups to you. But Heavy Weapons Guy continues on in the winner's bracket, taking on Rimu from the Toho project, I believe. That's how you pronounce it, I think. But that's a matchup for a few weeks down the road. And then Doom Slayer just drops to the loser bracket, so one more loss for Slayer. He's done. But let's talk about the matchup for today, which is such a weird one. All right. Chibi Robo from the Chibi Robo or Custom Robo franchise taking on Kratos from PlayStation, from God of War. Like, okay, sure. What a matchup. That's just so weird. All right, so you have Nintendo first party against, well, Sony's first party, but for Smash Bros, Kratos would be third party because, it's not Nintendo. Yeah, whatever. So you have Nintendo versus Sony in this matchup. All right, so let's put it like this. Chibi Robo, the Custom Robo franchise, it's not Nintendo's biggest franchise by any means, but it does have a very loyal following. There's a lot of people that really do like this character. Anytime there's a new Smash game that gets announced, there's always that fan base showing up and saying, yes, I want to see Chibi in the game. And then it kind of gets a few other people like, Chibi's a great idea. I didn't think of that. Yeah, we should get him in the game. And, it never really, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but like it never really, the support never really, becomes absolutely, insurmountable and just absolutely like huge. It's just like a kind of like somewhat of a minority vocal fan base that continues to support the character, but it never really catches on, mainstream for like other big characters that Nintendo still has that are yet to be playable. But Chibi is still a cool character. Another robot, got a little plug in his back. Can you do some really cool stuff with that? Plus the fact, like robots are pretty cool. Rob could use a little robot buddy, right? I know Rob and Chibi, I don't think they really have anything to do with each other, but still, robots, right? Why not? We could have some battle bots going on, right? Anybody know what battle bots are? I hope somebody does. But Chibi, moveset's pretty easy. Chibi does already actually have its own amiibo, which was just kind of at the time when it got announced was just kind of like something completely random, because back when it got announced, it was pretty much Smash Bros had the actual amiibo figures. I'm training a Shulk amiibo right now. I have another video and I have to make that probably this weekend about amiibo. Whatever, I'm getting off topic, but basically Chibi had its own its own amiibo, and at the time it was pretty much just Smash Bros that had its own amiibo. So Chibi getting kind of like his own was just kind of like, wait a minute, what's happening here? Is this like maybe a tease or a hint for Chibi to come into Smash Bros? Well, no, it never did happen. I think Chibi actually did get a Mii outfit, a Mii costume, the set, I believe. So, it's still kind of, it was a cool nod to the series, I guess. But, again, it's not a series Nintendo's really doing anything with. I don't think there's any plans to do anything with it, to be honest. I always heard that sales numbers weren't the greatest, but they weren't terrible. So it's kind of like, I don't know, business-wise, do we continue making more of these games, making more of this, this franchise? Do we continue it? I'm sure I can't say I'm sure, but I'd have to guess that Nintendo might take another look at the franchise sometime in the future and give it another chance. It's had multiple games across, many different Nintendo platforms. We had the GameCube, we had 3DS games. I think, was there another DS game? Or was there another console game? I don't remember. I'm not the biggest Chibi Robo game series fan, but is that a few games? So, it'd be oh yeah, it was a Mii costume. Yeah, there you go. But it'd be a really cool character. Robot, another robot. You got the plug-in in its back. You could do some cool things with that. Maybe ricochet. You would it'd be obviously like more of a whip sort of weapon, so you could like chuck it. We already know how Simon uses his whip, but I think you could do some cool things with maybe ricocheting the whip off of like a platform. So like if you got a wall and you hit the wall, maybe it angles up and does like a 45-degree angle and bounces a different way. Something like that could be pretty cool. But yeah, Chibi's a nice little character, but I don't think it's the front runner for DLC by any means. I don't think it's. I honestly don't even think Chibi was really considered at all for, especially DLC. Maybe the roster, maybe, but I don't know. Chibi is a spirit though, right? I'm pretty sure Chibi's a spirit. So it is repped in Smash Bros. I don't know if did the Mii outfit ever come back? I don't know. I'd have to look into that. Somebody let me know. Is there a Chibi Mii outfit in Smash Ultimate right now? I don't think there is. So maybe that comes back at least. Who knows? But let's talk about Chibi's completely random opponent here, Kratos. Kratos in this. All right, look. I'm a fan of God of War. I'm sure many of you are as well. I'm just going to flat out say this, just my opinion here on this. If some weird miracle were to happen in PlayStation and Sony gets a rep into Smash Bros., I think they just have characters that style-wise, visual-wise, I think they fit better, such as Ratchet and Clank, Jak and Daxter, Sackboy. I'd like to see Sackboy, actually. That'd be kind of cool. But Sly Cooper, potentially. I think they have the more cartoonish sort of style of characters. That would fit way better in Smash Bros. But look, Sony tried their hand at Smash Bros. Game with PlayStation All-Stars, which did sell over 1 million copies. Still was viewed as a disappointment. Sure, it had its gameplay problems. It had some flaws. It had this and that, but I know people still enjoyed it for what it was. I am one of them. I was a fan of just seeing all these different franchises come together and just kind of, get mashed into one game and just have fun with it. Yeah, were some characters like Kratos extremely unbalanced and super broken? Absolutely. So, I mean, and there was a rumor going around last month, which was completely fake, but there's a rumor that Capcom was helping Sony develop PlayStation All-Stars 2. I hope that actually becomes a real game someday. That'd be super awesome. But I don't know, like, Kratos Smash Bros. Wise makes no sense. I know Kratos, in terms of popularity, sure, absolutely. Kratos is pretty much the face of PlayStation, I'd say. I mean, okay, that's a really weird question. Like, who is Sony? Who's their mascot right now? Like, it's always kind of, like, early days, it was Crash and Spyro. For a little bit there, I think a couple years, people were even thinking Sackboy was kind of like that. Kratos has always been around. Nathan Drake. I mean, they have all sorts of characters, but I don't know. It's I don't have problems with mature characters, but I don't know. Like, moveset is easy, obviously. If anyone's played God of War, I hope people have played God of War. Most people probably have, but moveset is pretty easy to come up with. We'll just leave it at that. Whether you want to say, all right, well, PlayStation All-Stars was a Smash Bros. Clone, might as well just copy-paste that moveset. I mean, sure, you could probably take that somewhat as a base, idea for a moveset, but yeah, I don't know. You take inspiration from the news God of War, who knows? I just personally, I think Kratos, leave him to PlayStation. Leave him in PlayStation's game. If somehow the obscure amount of, whatever it might be, I'm sorry, I'm so tired, I'm rambling about whatever. If the very small, minute chance happens that Kratos or Sony gets a rep in Smash Bros., it ain't gonna be Kratos. All right, it ain't gonna be Kratos. I think it'll be more the cartoonish sort of styles. What about Knack? Knack ain't gonna happen either. But I'm just saying, there's more visually that makes more sense, that just fit better. So, as much as I like Kratos, as much as I like God of War, as much as I like PlayStation, I don't know. I guess I have a hard time seeing Kratos in Smash Bros. So I'm going to vote for Chibi in this one. I would have nothing against Kratos. If Kratos somehow got, literally somehow got announced for Smash Bros., I'd be pretty hyped about that. That'd actually be pretty cool, but I can't see it happening. So just for that, I guess I'm voting Chibi for this one. Let me know who you guys are voting for down in the comments. Such a weird matchup. But, yeah, either Chibi or Kratos or both. Those are your options. That is going to be it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed. Little sneak peek for Monday. We will have matchup 25. Isaac from Golden Sun taking on Dr. Eggman from the Sonic series. So that should be I think that'll be a good matchup. It should be pretty good. And then we'll get the results for Dante against Jabanyan from Yokai Watch. So we'll see how that plays out. Winner of that gets to face Sandbag. So that is going to be it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed. Hopefully we catch you guys on the next one. Peace out, everybody.